Welcome to China Horse Business, the one and only podcast about Chinese booming horse market. I'm your host Zoe King, founder and CEO of Wonder Horse, from Shanghai, discovering the wonder of horse world.
Hello everyone, I am Tracy. I'm delighted to join Zoe in this episode.
Hi Tracy, thank you for joining the show. Let me ask you a question. What's the hottest topic in China now?
All right. I think it's definitely live streaming sales.
I agree. According to a report released by Alibaba Group, its live streaming sales channel on Taobao e-commerce platform broadcasted over 60,000 live streaming sales sections in 2019. Which attracted 400 million users and generated 200 billion RMB. And when the coronavirus struck China, forcing 1.4 billion Chinese to stay at home, the number of live streaming sales sections doubles. So as the viewers.
Exactly. I watch live streaming sales all the time on Taobao, It just makes shopping more fun and convenient. The host will introduce in detail the products and induce viewers to purchase. A good host will closer the distance with viewers and address to their questions right away.
So true. The best hosts are truly powerful influencers. Their viewers trust them and just buy whatever they sell, even a rocket. China's live streaming sales queen, Via, sold a 40 million RMB rocket launch service this month.
You also noticed that, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
True.
Many celebrities entered in the live streaming sales too. Luo Yonghao, who is a famous entrepreneur, live streamed on Douyin, which is China's TikTok, and made more than 110 million RMB sales in a few hours, with 48 million people tuning in.
Yes, it is also very interesting to see that many social medias are transforming their platforms into live streaming sales, such as TikTok and Little Red, known as Xiaohongshu. Even Louis Vuitton cannot resist the trend and launched its first live streaming sales on Little Red. But they got pretty negative feedback. So it is extremely important to understand the differences of those platforms and make the right choice for your live streaming sessions.
For sure, I think equestrian brands can benefit from your experience to outline a strategy for its live streaming sales in China. Now let's start with today's program. In China Club section, which club are you going to introduce?
Founded in 2015, the Shanghai Green Valley Riding Club is located in Hongqiao District, close to the airport. It is one of few equestrian clubs located in the city center. They follow the Dutch equestrian system to offer riding courses for all levels of riders and deliver certifications. Their riding courses are mainly dressage. There are around 20 horses, 5 Chinese coaches, and 1 Dutch coach on site. The club is small and beautiful, having 1 covered arena, well-decorated 2-floor clubhouse, and 1 reception area. Every year, they organize 2 competitions for their members to pass the examinations and obtain their level certifications from Dutch Federation. There's no entrance fee to become a member. The club only charges for riding courses, but 1 riding course will cost average 1,000 RMB, which is the most expensive in Shanghai.
Any interesting event to highlight?
I don't know if you watched the popular TV show recently named Just 30 Years Old. The story is about how a 30-year-old divorced woman who climbed up the social ladders succeeds in business and found true love. In one episode, the main character have to sell her luxury accessories in order to offer equestrian courses to her son to line up with other wealthy families. The scene is filmed in Shanghai Sun Island Equestrian Club, which we introduced in episode number 5. It shows equestrian sport is still considered as a noble sport for kids in China.
Zoe, in today's China Q&A section, could you evaluate Fouganza's recent live streaming sales session on Taobao?
For sure, Decathlon got into Taobao live streaming sales in a very early stage. They are very localized and adapted to Chinese market, very digital. Now, their Taobao flagship store has more than 7 million followers. Several hosts take turns to live stream on Taobao store almost non-stop every day. A normal season of live streaming will attract around 30,000 viewers. Decathlon's equestrian brand, Fouganza, only live streamed once, which lasts for 1 hour and a half. The live stream was animated by 2 hosts, introducing 25 products, which attract 5,700 viewers.
Zoe, who will be our guest for today's China Story section?
I talked to Manson Lee, founder of Shanghai Green Valley Riding Center. Let's listen to Manson's equestrian education and management philosophy. Welcome, Manson, to our podcast. You are the founder of the Green Valley Equestrian Club in Shanghai. First of all, what's the story of your club and why you decided to run an equestrian club in Shanghai?
Okay, well, this is actually a bit of a long story. I actually in the education field, and my job is really running international schools. So about 6 years ago, I was visiting one of those what they call a peasant schools, and I realized there's a lot of students in the peasant school are actually either they're not normal, they're either autistic or they have a clearly sign of ADHD. Mm-hmm. So at that time, I asked the school, why are you keeping this special need student in a regular class? And they're saying that, well, they don't really have any facility or any treatment to help these kids. So I also have a nephew in Canada, is actually a autistic child. I decided to I want to be helpful to the society, to be able to help these children. So I was looking into many different kind of treatments to help these children. Of course, during the course of researching, I realized there's a special kind of treatment they call hippotherapy. I found out there's actually a place that does it, which is right here, this range. So I look at the range, I look at the program. The program was very impressive, but the range was a total disappointment. It was very run down and low class range. The horses were not well trained, or they're very skinny, not well fed. The club condition is terrible, and we actually took over the range. We just rebuilt the whole range. We rebuild. We want to start this range to help special needs children. That's my first priority. And the second priority is also because my daughter, my son, they also ride. So I thought, why don't I build a range where I can help the special need? I can also have my children to be able to be good at equestrian, and also have a place to train. So that's how we started. Originally, my range, I wasn't prepared to open to the public. I wanted to treat it as like a private club, just for the friends that's in need, and also help the special needs children. But as we went along, a couple of months, our reputation grew. And also because I was in the international school field, so a lot of people know that I actually built an equestrian club. So more and more international students mostly, decide to come riding. So at that point, we decided to open up to the public. So every Monday, we have special needs children come from all over the Shanghai to come here for free hippotherapy treatments. So that's the purpose.
Yeah, it's great.
That's how we started this range.
Your club is mostly specialized in dressage.
Yeah.
Why this choice?
Okay. First, I think I want to talk about the system. Now, why is our range a little bit different than the most ranges that I visit in Shanghai? First of all, I visited a lot of ranches in Shanghai, in Taiwan, in Asia. I don't like the atmosphere. Because when I grew up in Canada, most of the ranches are run by a Dutch Canadians. So I really enjoy the Dutch system. So what happened is that when I started the ranch, I decided to make this ranch a very Dutch-like system. So I went to Holland, and then I hired one of the retired champion from the country champion to come here to be the head coach of my ranch. I hired the architect for Holland to help design the range. So pretty much this whole range is designed by a Dutch specialist. We also use the Royal Dutch riding equestrian system. Now, why dressage? Now, first of all, I think to be able to ride well, doesn't matter what kind of riding you want to do. You could be jumping, you could be horse racing, you could be eventing. Yeah, you have to know. You have to be able to know how to control the horse to the best way you can. And I think dressage is really the best way. It's really the top prime skill that you require for you to control a horse. So I think this is the most important fundamental skill that you need to learn. Also, I think dressage are much safer compared to with the other type of riding. And since our majority of our customers are children, so we decided to not only help you build a good foundation, but also build a range that's safe to the children. So that's why we picked dressage.
Okay. So you talk about the children, your members. So 80% of the members are kids and teenagers. What do you think that it is the most important, the main purpose for Chinese parents to send their kids to ride a horse?
Okay, good question. I think at the beginning, a lot of parents want the kids to get in touch with horse riding. Simply, they want the kids to be able to use this skill to apply for school abroad. Not a lot of children, they got into a really prestigious school simply because not only they're doing well in school, but they also have a special hobby. Like horseback riding is actually a very good hobby. It's a very presentable hobby on your application. Eventually, once you see the atmosphere today in the ranch, you can see the passion in a lot of kids' eyes. So at first, the parents might think, well, this is what they want the kids to learn, so they can go to a good school. But the kids eventually reach a point, it becomes their passion. So a lot of kids ride with passion. That's very different. In our ranch, you see kids, they come every day. Like when they go to other classes, the parents had to really push them. But if they want to come to an equestrian class, they push back. They're actually ready and push the parents and say, hey, can we go to the ranch early so I can watch the horse? I can fed the horse or whatever. So the kids love it. They love the sports. So it's really the passion driving our customer to come back.
I really enjoyed the atmosphere here, and I'm very impressed by the passion that your members, riders, and parents share together. How you did it?
I think at the very beginning, we insisted this has to be a very Dutch culturally place. So that actually makes a lot of difference. As an owner of the ranch, I respect the professionals. So I listen to my Dutch coach as well. So we really built this place like a Dutch ranch. We run the system like a Dutch system. We take your horse with a Dutch system.
So what's the key value of Dutch system, you think?
I think the key value is we treat horse like a friend. That's very important. We do not treat them like a tool. We do not treat them like a transportation tool. We treat them like a real friend. We really love our horses. And then we show that not just to our students, but also to the parents as well.
So here, the customers is not always the king.
No.
You say no.
We say no all the time to the customer. We say you can always go to our ranch. If you want to come stay in our ranch, please, sink into our culture. Respect the horse. Treat them like your friend. We ask the customer to come at least 15 minutes earlier. If they can't saddle your own horse, brush your own horse. Then they ask why. They say, I'm the customer. You should do that for me. I said, no. This is the time when you can build your bonding with a horse. So it's actually become a safer riding experience, a better riding experience if you can bond with your horse before you ride them, right? So this is the type of culture we try to create, we try to explain to our customers.
Is it difficult to be understood?
It's difficult at the first few months. Eventually, I think words goes around that we're not here for the money. If you're not happy, I can refund all your money and you can find somewhere else to go. But if you would like to stay, we love to have you here as one of our valued customers. But please, you have to treat the horse like a friend. This is how we treat, all animals, all species in this world.
Great. Thank you very much, Manson.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Well, Zoe, I cannot wait to watch Wonder Horse's live streaming sales.
Thank you. I'm very excited for this project too.
Awesome. It was fun to hang out with you today.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
This podcast is produced by Wonder Horse, equine business solution provider and bespoke platform for Chinese equine community. I'm your host, Soy King. See you next Monday on China Horse Business.